Well, this is daily vlog number 317. Raise your hand if you got yelled at by a priest today. A couple of months ago, my Aunt Jenny died. I talked about it here. Well, today we had a mass in her memory. My family's Catholic. It was a beautiful service. I mean, I'm a Methodist pastor, but the way I figure it, different flavors, same ice cream shop. We went to this service this afternoon, and it was beautiful. It was lovely. The priest knew my aunt, and in his message, he talked very highly of her and even joked around about her and said things that kind of made us laugh because it was totally her. Now, as they do in every other Catholic service, they ended this one with communion. And so I went up with my family to receive communion, the bread and the wine. They do it differently than I do. I've done it where you have the little tiny glasses in the altar rail that's already filled. I do it where you hand out the tray with the little tiny glasses that's already filled. I do it where you share the common cup and everybody takes a sip. Not a lot of people go for that anymore. Ebola! And I've done it by what's called intinction, where you go up and someone hands you the bread and you take the bread and you don't eat it. You go to the next guy who has a chalice of wine and you dip the bread in the wine or the juice and then you take it. Well, I went up with everyone else and the priest handed me the sacrament. And I took the sacrament. And then I looked around for the guy with the wine. I stepped to the side to go to that guy. Only that guy wasn't there. In fact, no guy was there. There was no chalice, no wine, no grape juice, no nothing. So I stared at this piece of bread, which in Catholic theology had become the body of Christ, and I started going back to my pew, but I was confused because there was no wine. And I have never taken communion without, well, wine or juice. Well, as I slowly walked back to my pew dumbfounded, the priest stopped what he was doing, ran over to me and went like, and so I sheepishly went, those wafers are very dry without a little juice to back it up. Well, of course, everyone in my family is looking at me. What did you do? Why did he yell at you? Could he smell Protestant? I just decided to kind of curl up and die a little bit. Because of all the people in my family to get yelled at in church, you would think the pastor would not be the one. I was the one. It all worked out fine. Because after the service, I went up to the priest, and he and I had a good laugh about it. It's something that you need to take seriously. When you take communion, you should take it seriously. But every now and then, you can get a little confused as to how you go about taking it. So no one was struck by lightning, least of all me, and everything worked out fine. And if anything, my family got a little bit of a laugh on a kind of a somber day as they remembered my aunt, because today is her birthday. And so it's been a tough day for them, especially my uncle. So if getting yelled at by a priest unintentionally could make them laugh a bit, I guess I'll take it for the team. It just makes me think, though, as a pastor especially, but as, anyone who goes to church, we need to be aware of making sure the people around us don't feel out of sorts. So what is a minor embarrassing thing that's happened to you recently? Let me know in the comments below. And for heaven's sake, if you're in church and somebody new shows up, be their church buddy. This has been Daily Vlog number 317. 48 to go. I'll talk to you tomorrow.